If we take a look at all of our files, you'll see that we have a lot of duplicated code. So in our index HTML ERB, we've got this here, the same for our show, our random stories, top stories, and search. What we'll want to do is to take this out, extract it, and that way we have it in one place, and then we can just call it in all of these other files. What we'll want to do is go into our views, layouts, and create a new file. And we'll need to call it, we'll want to call it underscore storage HTML ERB. And you need that underscore there because this is going to be a partial. Then go and grab all of this right here, copy it, go into our underscore stories HTML ERB, save it. Now what we can do here is render it. So we can say render partial layouts stories, and then we're going to pass in what the story is going to be. So what this means is on our index HTML ERB, go to our stories controller, we're passing it in this variable right here. So if we do a refresh, you'll see that nothing's really changed. Now we can do the same exact thing everywhere else. So in our show page here, we'll just render the layout. Random stories, top stories, search. Now if we go into our top stories, it shows us how what it should show us. Random stories, fantastic. Categories, and that all still works. So the reason we do this is so that we don't have a ton of duplicated code. If we ever need to change anything with this view right here, we'll only have to do it in one place, which is in the partial. And then everything else is just calling it. And one thing that I did notice is that the comments here is not functional. It's not working. It just says 300. What we can do is say link to comments story path, pass in the story, and put the class back on there. btn link, btn small, extra small, small, em, go in between there, and then this is where you can say story.comments count, because we want the count of however many stories, however many comments there are. Do a refresh. Story path. I did not spell that correctly. There you go. And if we click on here, it'll take us to the appropriate story. Good. So we've extracted our code into a partial, and we've shortened, we've dried it up. We've essentially made it less code, but still doing the same thing, so that we can, if we ever need to change it, we can change it in that one partial, and it'll change it everywhere else where it's being called. And we fix the comments link here so that it's functional and that it's working. And let's test this too. So if we want to leave a comment, say hello, and we shouldn't be able to do this. It should require us to log in, which it does. Let's go back in here, comments, hello, submit. So now we have our comment right there. If we go back to our home page, there you go. It counts it for us.